the sky began to change. A soft light touched the edges of Casablanca. It was the first sign of morning on this day in the early 1990s. The darkness slowly gave way to a gentle grey, then a warm orange. The morning breeze from the Atlantic Ocean carried the scent of salt and the promise of a new day. It moved quietly through the narrow streets of the old Medina and across the wide boulevards of the new city. This breeze was a soft whisper, a gentle hand waking the sleeping city from its slumber. It was a time of peace, a moment of stillness before the world began to stir. From a distant minaret, a sound arose. It was the muezzin's call to prayer, the adhan. The voice was clear and strong, floating over the rooftops and into the open windows of every home. It was a call to remember, a call to begin the day with faith. Hassan heard it as he opened his eyes. The sound was a part of his life, as familiar as the rhythm of his own heartbeat. It was the sound that connected him to his neighbors, to his city, and to his God. He listened until the final words faded into the quiet air, feeling a sense of peace settle over him. Hassan rose from his bed and walked to the window. He looked out at the city below. The lights were just beginning to appear in other homes, small specks of gold in the growing dawn. He could see the shapes of buildings becoming clearer as the sun climbed higher. The world was waking up slowly, peacefully. He took a deep breath of the cool morning air. It felt fresh and clean, full of potential. Each morning felt like a gift, an opportunity to contribute something meaningful to the world around him. This particular morning felt even more special, filled with a quiet sense of purpose. The city was a sleeping giant, and the call to prayer was its first gentle stir. It was a sound that had echoed through these streets for centuries, a timeless reminder of faith and community. For Hassan, it was more than just a call. It was the starting point of his day, the foundation upon which everything else was built. It set the tone for the hard work that lay ahead, reminding him of the greater reason for his efforts. The sun was now visible, a bright orb on the horizon, casting long shadows and painting the white buildings of Casablanca in a warm, hopeful light. The day had truly begun. As the sun climbed higher, the city came alive with a gentle hum of activity. Mothers in their homes began to prepare the morning meal. The smell of freshly baked bread and mint tea started to drift from doorways, mixing with the salty air. These women moved with a quiet determination, their actions filled with love for their families. Their hope was simple and profound. A good day for their children, a safe return for their husbands. They were the heart of the city, their steady routines providing a rhythm that everyone else followed. Their morning prayers were for health, for happiness, and for the bright future they all dreamed of. Shopkeepers in the souks started their day as well. They rolled up the heavy metal shutters of their stalls with a familiar clang. The sound echoed through the alleyways, a signal that commerce and life were resuming. They carefully arranged their goods, colorful spices in high mounds, shiny leather bags hanging from hooks, and intricate lanterns waiting to be lit. Each shopkeeper greeted his neighbor with Sabah al-Khair, a wish for a good morning. There was a shared optimism in the air, a belief that today would bring good business and friendly interactions. Their work was a vital part of the city's pulse, keeping its ancient traditions alive. Down the streets, children in clean uniforms walked to school. Their laughter and chatter filled the air, a bright and joyful sound. They walked with a bounce in their step, their minds full of lessons and games. They were the future of Casablanca, and their parents watched them go with pride and hope. These children were growing up in a city that was changing, a city that was building something magnificent for them. Their innocent excitement was a reflection of the city's own growing sense of anticipation. They were a living symbol of the brighter tomorrow that everyone was working towards. Every person starting their day seemed to carry a piece of this collective hope. It was not a loud or boastful feeling, but a quiet, steady confidence. It was present in the smile of a baker handing over a warm loaf of bread, in the careful work of a craftsman, and in the polite greetings exchanged between strangers. The city was united by a shared dream, a feeling that they were all part of something important. This hope was the invisible thread that connected them all, weaving their individual lives into the larger story of Casablanca's journey toward a new era. Hassan was a part of this hopeful city. He was an engineer, and his work was special. He was helping to build the great new mosque on the coast. As he walked from his home, his neighbors would greet him with respect. "May God bless your hands, Hassan," an old woman told him one morning, her eyes shining with admiration. "You are building a house for God." These words made Hassan feel proud. He knew his work was more than just a job. It was a service to his community and a testament to his faith. He was not just putting up stone and concrete, he was building a legacy, The people of Casablanca watched the mosque grow every day. They felt a connection to it, even if they were not builders. They saw Hassan and his colleagues as heroes. When Hassan stopped at the local cafe for coffee, the owner would often refuse his money. "Your work is for all of us," the owner would say with a warm smile. "This is my small contribution." This sense of unity was powerful. It made Hassan feel that he was not working alone. He was part of a large family, a whole city that was building this monument together, each in their own way. Hassan carried this feeling of shared pride with him to the construction site. He knew that every person in Casablanca had a stake in this project. It was their mosque. Their hopes and prayers were mixed into the very mortar that held the stones together. His work required precision and skill, but it was fueled by something more. It was fueled by the trust and encouragement of his people. He felt a great responsibility to do his best, to make the structure as perfect as it could be, worthy of their faith and their national pride. His interactions with his neighbors were a constant reminder of the project's importance. A young boy once asked him, "Will it be the most beautiful mosque in the world?" Hassan had smiled and replied, "With God's help, it will be." The boy's eyes widened with wonder. Hassan saw in that child's face the future generation that would pray in this mosque. He was building not just for the present, but for the countless tomorrows to come. This thought gave him strength and filled his heart with a deep and quiet joy as he made his way to the site each morning. The construction site was a world of its own. It stood on the edge of the land, right beside the powerful Atlantic Ocean. The sound of hammers and machinery mixed with the crashing of the waves. It was a symphony of creation, a place where human effort met the grandeur of nature. Hundreds of workers moved with purpose, their voices calling out to one another over the noise. They were a team, a diverse group of men from all over Morocco, united in a single monumental task. There was an energy here that was almost electric, a feeling of progress and immense possibility. Hassan walked through the site, his eyes scanning the rising structure. He saw the intricate tile work being laid by master craftsmen, their hands moving with skills passed down through generations. He saw massive cranes lifting heavy marble columns into place, their movements slow and deliberate. Every detail was a testament to the nation's artistry and ambition. This was more than just a building. It was a celebration of Moroccan identity and a bold statement to the world. The mosque was rising from the earth and reaching for the sky, a symbol of a nation's faith and its forward momentum. This project was a source of immense national pride. It was the vision of their king, Hassan II, and it was being built by the hands of his people. The mosque was a sign that Morocco was a country with a rich past and a bright future. It showed that they could honor their traditions while embracing modern engineering and scale. As the minaret grew taller each week, it became a landmark visible from all over Casablanca. It was a constant, visible reminder of their shared goal and their collective strength. People would point to it from their balconies and say, "Look how far it has come." Standing amidst the bustling activity, Hassan felt the full weight and beauty of his work. He looked out at the ocean, then back at the growing mosque. He felt a deep connection to this place, to the stones, to the people, and to the purpose that drove them all. This mosque was Casablanca's heart, a place where the spiritual and the physical would meet. It was a promise of continuity, a bridge between the past and the future. Hassan knew that long after he was gone, this monument would stand, a beacon of faith and hope for generations of Moroccans to come. He was not just building a mosque, he was building the future of his city.